Imagine lying down at night, exhausted from a long day, only to toss and turn for hours, while your mind races and your body refuses to rest. You wake up tired, frustrated, and already dreading the next day. What if I told you that a simple, tiny habit, something as small as a single tablespoon taken nightly, could reset your body, lower your stress hormone, and help you sleep 8 hours straight again? Tonight, I want to take you on a journey that reveals the science behind why we struggle to sleep, the hidden role of cortisol in keeping us awake, and the surprisingly easy strategies that can transform your nights. This isn't about complicated routines, expensive gadgets, or fleeting solutions. It's about understanding your body, making small, consistent changes, and reclaiming the rest you deserve. By the end of this talk, you'll see that deep, uninterrupted sleep isn't a distant dream. It's completely achievable, and it could change your energy, mood, and overall health more than you ever imagined. Stay with me, because the transformation starts with what happens tonight. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone, and it plays a central role in how our bodies respond to stress, both physically and mentally. Under normal conditions, cortisol follows a natural daily rhythm. It peaks in the early morning to help us wake up and gradually declines throughout the day, reaching its lowest point at night. This decline is crucial because low nighttime cortisol allows the body to enter a state of relaxation and enables the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for inducing sleep. When cortisol levels remain elevated at night, whether due to stress, poor lifestyle habits, or irregular sleep patterns, this natural rhythm is disrupted. Elevated cortisol interferes with the body's ability to transition into deep, restorative sleep stages, particularly REM and slow-wave sleep, which are essential for memory consolidation, immune function, and tissue repair. Even small elevations can lead to difficulty falling asleep, frequent awakenings during the night, and lighter, less restorative sleep overall. Over time, consistently high nighttime cortisol can contribute to insomnia, increased fatigue, mood disturbances, and reduced cognitive performance during the day. Understanding the importance of cortisol regulation highlights why interventions aimed at lowering nighttime cortisol can significantly improve sleep quality and overall well-being. Chronic stress is one of the main factors that keeps cortisol levels elevated for extended periods, and this has a profound impact on sleep quality. When the body experiences stress, it activates the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal HPA axis, which triggers the release of cortisol to prepare the body for a fight or flight response. While this response is helpful in short bursts, continuous stress means cortisol remains high even when it is not needed, particularly at night. Elevated cortisol during the evening signals the body that it should stay alert, making it difficult to relax and fall asleep naturally. People under chronic stress often find themselves lying awake with racing thoughts, experiencing frequent nighttime awakenings, or waking too early in the morning and feeling unrested. This prolonged exposure to high cortisol not only affects sleep duration but also reduces the proportion of deep and REM sleep, which are crucial for physical restoration, memory consolidation, and emotional regulation. Over time, these sleep disruptions can create a vicious cycle where insufficient sleep increases stress sensitivity, further elevating cortisol and worsening insomnia. Addressing chronic stress, whether through lifestyle changes, mindfulness practices, or targeted interventions, can help restore normal cortisol patterns and significantly improve sleep quality and overall health. The body's natural sleep mechanisms are tightly linked to the circadian rhythm, an internal clock that regulates physiological processes over a 24-hour cycle. Central to this rhythm is the balance between cortisol and melatonin, two hormones that play opposite roles in alertness and relaxation. During the day, cortisol levels rise to promote wakefulness, focus, and energy, while melatonin remains low. As evening approaches, cortisol naturally declines, creating a signal for the body to wind down, while melatonin levels begin to rise, promoting drowsiness and preparing the body for restorative sleep. This interplay ensures that sleep is not only initiated efficiently, but also progresses through the necessary stages, including light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, each critical for different aspects of physical and mental recovery. Disruptions to this rhythm, such as exposure to bright lights at night, irregular sleep schedules, or persistent stress, interfere with the natural decline of cortisol and delay melatonin production. When cortisol remains elevated or melatonin is suppressed, the body struggles to enter deep restorative sleep, leading to fragmented rest, difficulty falling asleep, and reduced sleep quality. Maintaining a consistent circadian rhythm through proper sleep timing, darkness at night, and stress management supports the body's natural sleep mechanisms and enhances overall sleep health. Small dietary interventions can have a surprisingly powerful impact on sleep and stress regulation, particularly in controlling cortisol levels. Certain foods and natural compounds contain bioactive ingredients that help the body relax, reduce inflammation, and support the nervous system, which in turn can promote better sleep. For example, nutrients like magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins play essential roles in calming the nervous system and regulating hormonal balance. Herbal compounds such as ashwagandha, chamomile, valerian root, and certain adaptogenic mushrooms have been studied for their ability to lower cortisol levels and reduce stress responses. Even simple additions like a small tablespoon of a nutrient-rich oil, a calming herbal extract, or a high magnesium powder can influence the body's hormonal activity when taken consistently at the right time. Timing is critical because interventions taken at night coincide with the body's natural cortisol decline and melatonin rise, amplifying their effectiveness. These small, targeted changes can complement other lifestyle habits, such as regular sleep schedules, stress management, and limiting caffeine or alcohol intake. While they are not a replacement for broader health strategies, consistent nightly interventions provide a low-effort, safe, and scientifically supported way to gently support the body's natural relaxation and sleep processes. The concept of a simple nightly intervention, such as taking 1 tablespoon of a specific nutrient or compound before bed, highlights how small, consistent actions can have a significant impact on sleep quality. The effectiveness of this approach lies in its ability to work with the body's natural rhythms rather than against them. By taking a small, carefully chosen supplement or food item in the evening, it supports the natural decline of cortisol and the rise of melatonin, which are essential for initiating and maintaining deep sleep. Unlike more complex or time-consuming routines, a single tablespoon is easy to incorporate into daily life, making adherence more likely and results more consistent. Over time, this small intervention can create measurable changes in sleep duration, helping individuals fall asleep faster, experience fewer awakenings, and remain in restorative stages of sleep longer. Additionally, such interventions often contain compounds that promote relaxation, reduce nervous system excitability, or provide nutrients necessary for hormone regulation. This approach demonstrates that improving sleep does not always require drastic lifestyle overhauls. Even modest targeted actions can yield significant benefits when performed regularly. The simplicity of a single, consistent nightly measure makes it accessible, sustainable, and effective for supporting better sleep and overall well-being. Sleep duration and quality are deeply influenced by the body's hormonal balance, particularly the regulation of cortisol and melatonin. When cortisol levels are properly reduced at night, the body can transition smoothly into deeper stages of sleep, allowing for longer, uninterrupted rest. This is critical because the total hours of sleep alone do not determine how restorative sleep is. Uninterrupted cycles of deep and REM sleep are essential for physical recovery, cognitive function, and emotional regulation. Poorly regulated cortisol, often caused by stress or irregular routines, can fragment sleep, leading to frequent awakenings, difficulty returning to sleep, and a shortened overall duration. Over time, this disruption accumulates, leaving the body underrested and impairing metabolic, immune, and neurological functions. Achieving optimal sleep duration, typically 7 to 9 hours for adults, requires both sufficient length and continuity, which are facilitated when nighttime cortisol naturally declines. Consistent nightly routines, environmental adjustments, and targeted interventions that support cortisol reduction can enhance both the length and quality of sleep. When the body experiences uninterrupted, restorative sleep, individuals often notice improvements in daytime alertness, mood stability, energy levels, and even long-term health markers, reinforcing the importance of addressing hormonal balance to maximize the benefits of sleep. Adaptogens and certain natural compounds play a significant role in helping the body manage stress and regulate cortisol levels, which in turn supports better sleep. Adaptogens are a class of herbs and natural substances that help the body respond to stress more effectively by balancing hormonal responses without causing sedation or overstimulation. Examples include ashwagandha, rhodiola, holy basil, and certain medicinal mushrooms. These compounds work by modulating the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal (HPA) axis, the system responsible for controlling cortisol production, helping to prevent excessive nighttime spikes that interfere with sleep. Other nutrients, such as magnesium, L-theanine, and specific oils, contribute to relaxation by calming the nervous system and promoting the natural decline of cortisol in the evening. When taken consistently as part of a nightly routine, these compounds can make it easier to fall asleep, stay asleep, and progress through the restorative stages of sleep, including deep and REM sleep. Their effects are subtle but cumulative, meaning that regular use over time creates a noticeable improvement in sleep quality and stress resilience. By integrating adaptogens and cortisol-supporting nutrients into a holistic approach that includes proper sleep hygiene, low evening stress, and a consistent sleep schedule, the body is better equipped to achieve the deep, uninterrupted rest necessary for physical recovery, mental clarity, and emotional balance. Consistency is a crucial factor when it comes to interventions aimed at improving sleep and regulating cortisol levels. The body's hormonal systems, including the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal (HPA) axis that controls cortisol, respond gradually to repeated signals rather than one-time efforts. A nightly routine that includes a small intervention, whether it's a tablespoon of a nutrient-rich substance, an adaptogenic supplement, or a calming beverage, provides a steady cue to the body that it is time to wind down. Taking the intervention sporadically or only when sleep problems become acute is far less effective because the body does not receive the consistent hormonal and neurological signals needed to establish a reliable sleep pattern. Over time, regular nightly use helps the body anticipate rest, naturally lowering cortisol levels at the appropriate hour, enhancing melatonin production, and promoting smoother transitions into deep and REM sleep stages. Consistency also allows for measurable improvements in sleep quality, such as longer uninterrupted sleep, quicker onset, and more restorative cycles. When combined with complementary habits like maintaining a fixed bedtime, reducing evening screen exposure, and keeping a dark, quiet sleep environment, a consistent nightly intervention maximizes its effectiveness and creates lasting improvements in both sleep and overall health, making restful nights more predictable and sustainable. Reducing cortisol at night not only improves sleep but also produces a range of additional benefits that impact overall health and well-being. When cortisol levels remain high, the body remains in a state of alertness, which can affect mood, energy, and metabolic function. By lowering nighttime cortisol through targeted interventions, individuals often experience improved emotional stability, reduced anxiety, and a greater sense of calm. This hormonal balance also supports energy levels during the day, as the body is able to enter deep restorative sleep at night, allowing for proper recovery of muscles, organs, and the nervous system. Additionally, balanced cortisol contributes to better metabolic health by regulating blood sugar levels and reducing the stress-related release of fat-storing hormones. Immune function is also enhanced, as adequate sleep and lower cortisol levels allow the body to mount more effective defenses against infections and inflammation. These benefits are interconnected. Improved sleep reinforces hormonal balance, which in turn supports mood, metabolism, and immune resilience. Small, consistent interventions that help reduce nighttime cortisol, such as dietary supplements, adaptogens, or lifestyle adjustments, can therefore create a ripple effect, improving not only sleep quality, but also daily performance, emotional regulation, and long-term physical health, making holistic well-being more achievable and sustainable. Avoiding stimulants in the evening is an important strategy for supporting natural cortisol decline and promoting better sleep. Substances such as caffeine, nicotine, and even alcohol can interfere with the body's hormonal balance and disrupt the circadian rhythm. Caffeine, for example, blocks adenosine receptors, which are critical for signaling sleepiness and can remain active in the body for several hours, delaying the onset of sleep and reducing overall sleep quality. Nicotine acts as a stimulant, increasing heart rate and alertness, which can prevent the body from relaxing fully at night. Alcohol, while it may initially make a person feel drowsy, disrupts deep sleep and REM cycles, leading to fragmented rest and morning grogginess. Even certain medications or sugary foods late at night can have subtle stimulating effects that interfere with cortisol regulation. By eliminating or limiting these substances in the hours leading up to bedtime, the body can follow its natural rhythm more closely, allowing cortisol to drop and melatonin to rise as intended. This creates a favorable hormonal environment for restorative sleep. When combined with small nightly interventions, avoiding stimulants enhances their effectiveness, making it easier to fall asleep, maintain uninterrupted sleep, and experience longer periods of deep restorative rest that support overall health. Holistic sleep hygiene plays a critical role in maximizing the effectiveness of any intervention aimed at improving sleep and lowering cortisol levels. The environment in which we sleep sends powerful signals to the brain about when it is time to rest, and optimizing these factors helps the body transition naturally into restorative sleep. Darkness is one of the most important cues, as it triggers melatonin production and signals the body to lower cortisol. Exposure to artificial light from screens, lamps, or streetlights in the evening can delay this process, making it harder to fall asleep. Temperature also affects sleep quality. A slightly cooler room encourages the body to relax and enter deep sleep stages, while excessive heat or cold can cause frequent awakenings. Noise is another critical factor, as sudden sounds can trigger micro-arousals that fragment sleep without conscious awareness. Consistent sleep schedules reinforce the circadian rhythm, training the body to anticipate rest at the same time each night, which helps regulate hormone release and improve sleep continuity. Incorporating these environmental and behavioral strategies alongside nightly interventions creates a synergistic effect, allowing the body to fully benefit from reduced cortisol levels, longer uninterrupted sleep, and enhanced restorative cycles that improve mood, energy, and overall health. Tracking sleep duration and quality is a powerful tool for understanding how lifestyle changes and nightly interventions affect overall rest and well-being. By paying attention to measurable indicators such as total hours slept, number of awakenings, time taken to fall asleep, and perceived restfulness, individuals gain insight into patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. This self-observation allows for the identification of factors that improve or disrupt sleep, such as stress levels, dietary choices, environmental conditions, and the timing of interventions aimed at lowering cortisol. Using simple methods like sleep journals, smartphone apps, or wearable devices can provide objective data on sleep cycles, enabling more precise adjustments to routines and habits. Observing consistent improvements over time reinforces positive behaviors, motivating continued adherence to strategies that promote better rest. Moreover, tracking helps identify correlations between cortisol-lowering practices, like taking a nightly supplement or practicing relaxation techniques, and tangible improvements in sleep quality, including longer uninterrupted sleep and deeper restorative stages. This ongoing feedback loop empowers individuals to make informed choices, optimize their sleep environment, and refine evening routines. Ultimately, self-monitoring provides both accountability and insight, making it easier to achieve consistent, high-quality sleep that supports physical recovery, mental clarity, emotional balance, and overall health. In conclusion, achieving deep, restorative sleep is not a matter of chance, but a result of understanding and supporting the body's natural rhythms. By focusing on regulating cortisol, embracing small but consistent nightly interventions, and optimizing lifestyle habits such as diet, stress management, and sleep environment, anyone can experience longer, uninterrupted sleep that revitalizes both the mind and body. These strategies not only improve rest, but also enhance mood, energy, cognitive function, and overall health, creating a ripple effect of well-being that extends into daily life. Remember, even simple, consistent actions, like taking a small nightly measure or tracking your sleep patterns, can lead to significant, lasting improvements. I wish you all the very best on your journey toward better sleep and renewed vitality. May each night bring the rest and restoration your body and mind truly deserve. Thank you for your time, attention, and openness to embracing healthier sleep habits, and here's to nights of deep, refreshing, and uninterrupted rest.